Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking on some points that will help our prayer to be answered speedily. Sometimes it's challenging when you are expecting something from God. It's true that it's good to allow God's time to prevail, but in as much as you are also hoping on the will of God, there are some things that we can still do that will make these prayers to be answered. The first point is to search for the word of God that address that prayer point that we are praying for. Because when you are seeking for the fruit of the womb, for instance, you can go to the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 20 that says that you should be fruitful and multiply. That is God's command to humanity. So you can see that our God is a fertile God. So you don't need to be emotional about it, Just remind God of his promises, because our God is a promise keeper. And there is nothing he takes delight on like reminding him of his promises. Another instance there is that if you go to the book of Exodus chapter 23 verse 26, that place says that no woman shall suffer miscarriage or be barren. So here now, you can see that this particular verse is addressing the issue of miscarriages and delay in conception. So maybe if you have been experiencing miscarriages, or you've not even conceived for the first time, you can pray with this particular verse. You don't need to always be crying. Yeah, it's good to cry, but just step up a bit and remind God of his promises. Take back his word to him. He will honor it. Then another thing here is that if I'm praying for healing now, for instance, I can use the book of Isaiah chapter 53 verse 5 that says that by his stripes I am healed. Yeah, I don't need to read that verse the way it was written. By his stripes you are healed. Whose stripes are we talking here? Jesus' stripes. You are healed. Who is that you there? Is me, is you. So the best way to read this verse is, by Jesus' stripes I am healed. We have to personalize it, don't just read it for the sake of reading. By so doing, our prayers will be answered with speed. Then another point is faith. When it comes to prayer, our faith needs to be very strong. So the first day I read a book of Matthew chapter 17 verse 20 that says that if you have faith as mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. The first day I read this particular verse, I was like, what is mustard seed? It's very small. I have faith that is very big. But when it comes to action, like I see the word faith, to me is like a dim word. It's not even just professing it. You have to, practicalize it when it comes to testing your faith. So this faith, now when you pray, just believe that God has answered your prayer. You don't need to start having that doubt in you. I don't know if God has answered my prayer. You don't need to bother yourself. You just pray. Believe that God has done it. Don't counter your prayer that you've prayed with doubt. No, it's not good. Then another point is thanksgiving. Remember in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 that says that in everything that we should give thanks to God. Yeah, it is always difficult to thank God in the midst of difficulty. In fact, if you don't even know your stand, if you don't know your relationship with God, you can see that you hardly pray when you are experiencing one challenge or the other. But let's keep this verse in our mind. Let us always give thanks to God. Yeah, you can imagine when somebody is hurting you and you are showing that person kindness. Time will come when that person will be like, who is this person? So if we human beings can understand this that way, what of God that knows that this my daughter is passing through difficulty in conceiving, this my son is passing through delay in getting job and he's still thanking me, my sister, my brother, it will move God to answer your prayer. It's a very big secret to prayer being answered. Then another tangible point is always pray against the prince of Persia. Our prophet Daniel is one of the examples we have to always keep in mind. He was praying, bombarding heaven. You can imagine someone undergoing prayer and fasting, without even knowing that God has already answered his prayer. But there was a delay in him receiving what he has been praying for. So sometimes most of our prayer points, they have been answered, but due to all these spiritual forces, we are experiencing delay in getting them. So after praying, we still need to pray against unseen forces that are there to hijack our answered prayers. So I believe that you have learned one or two things from this video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload videos, you also get notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.